करवावहै तेजस्वी नावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Dear colleagues, my dear student friends, today our principal has asked me to deliver expert speech on this theme, YUVA SAMVAD, India at the rate of 2047, and theme is India's PANCH PRAN, a youth dialogue. Do you know what are the PANCH PRANAS?
Yes.
Anybody?
Yes.
What?
Get to develop India.
No. I am asking the classical PANCH PRANAS. Anybody know? Nobody.
Goal of developed.
No. This comes from the idea of a living organism, and unless the living organism is devoid of prana, then it is dead. Okay, so we have prana so long we are alive. And you know pranayama? Do you know anybody pranayama? It is not inhaling and exhaling, it is many more. There are 5 pranas: pran, apan, pan, udan and saman. These are actually our prana or vitality which is controlling all our organs, the systems. One is that nervous system, digestive system, respiratory systems. All the 5 major systems are controlled by this vital prana. If prana is done for 4-5 hours, brain may be alive, then it will go. Okay, so we are searching about PANCH PRAN, a new dialogue regarding our vision, our dream about 2047. Some nations are dead. Once upon a time, we thought that our nation, India, is dead. And people are living here, but we will have to borrow all ideas, all vitality, everything from the West. We have nothing to take pride of. But, and if you go to the speech of Macaulay, delivered on 27 February perhaps 1835 in the House of Lords, here you will find that he was rather apprehensive about the potentiality and honesty and morality of Indian people, and he advised introduction of British education just to subdue the nation which had tremendous moral strength. If you go to the history of India between 1757 to 1947, you will find that no time ever came when there was no revolt in this part of that part of India. History teacher is here because not that we are always subdued. There are some revolt, some voice of revolution, some voice of revolt, we are always. So we had our backbone, but some urban elites in 19th century thought that we are not having any life, we have lost our life as a nation, and we have to borrow everything from the West. Swami Vivekananda, then Narendranath Datta, and afterwards Bibi Nishananda and Sachidananda. Then at the end he took up the name Swami Vivekananda. He walked all over India. He took shelter in the palaces of the kings as well as in the hearts of the poorest. And he found that the values of India for which ancient India can take pride, that is still there in the hearts of Indian people. India is not dead. He declared, he proclaimed proudly in the West that you don't send missionaries to India. We can send missionaries to your country where consumerism and this worldliness have pervaded the mindset. We can send you missionaries to your countries to enlighten you. Rather, you should send money, food, clothes, which we are lacking. But don't think that always we are lacking this. Never. If you go through the economic history of India, you will find that in the year 1000, major part of the export was controlled by India. Though the Arabians at that time started commerce. And even in 1700, we had a share of more than 22% in world economy. But when we got freedom in 1947, that time, perhaps it was below 3%. Am I right? You are a student of economics. So, what happened? There are many things. Some say that everything was drained from India, and so we became poor. That is, of course, one reason. But the most important is that we lost our pride. We lost our pride. Last time, principal was saying about the attendance, and Gurava also told about that attendance. Why? Why students of NSS do not come to their program? Because they feel alienated. Alienated with the spirit of NSS. Earlier, there was a time when a student, she stood first and she was asked to come to get a medal, and she came with NSS uniform. Why? Because she thought that everything, whatever she has got, her entire enlightenment is due to NSS. Later she got the ITNSS award, the best award in India, and that was the mindset of the volunteers of NSS. If you cannot get that mindset, then if you will come, if we go, they will go, and in that way, anyhow enrollment will be there, and we will get government grants, and no activities will be done. So, we have to be very, very careful about our heart, whether we love NSS or not. If we do not love NSS, then you tell your program officer and which. Earlier, there was a panel of volunteers who are active. Every week we sat and saw who are active and heartily participating in the activities. Then they were kept, and we took some others instead of the lazy persons for the next week. In that way, throughout the year, at the end of the year, when we are going to give the report, then actually our list of volunteers were finalized. Because that time there was only one unit, 100 students to enroll. And because of that goodwill of our students, that time NSS was mentioned regularly in national newspapers. Even in Japan it came, and they were amazed to see what is happening here by the volunteers of NSS. You can do anything. Young people can do anything. And if you assign them some task, give a little knowledge, and they will create something new, and which we, the old person, even cannot imagine. Last day, one student came to me to read out the speech she is going to deliver. I just suggested some corrections and other things, and he asked me, how shall I continue? Then I asked him, did I tell you all these things? You wrote yourself? So, you also will easily be able to conclude. Take pride in you, and you will be able. That is most important. So, Vivekananda, this book, if I have cured many patients of acute depression of this college with this book only. This book at that time cost only rupees 5, and I collected 1,200 copies through PKB, who is in Ramakrishna Bhattacharya Parishad, got some concession also, and distributed among the students. And this book, when some students come here before the exam, I ask them to read the chapter on self-confidence, Atmavishwas. You will be proud that you are a human being, you are a student, and you can contribute a lot to your family, to your society, to your nation, and the world at large. There are some people who think that life is very bad, as they are born, entire responsibility is on their parents, so that we can live like a parasite. This should not be rather the attitude of young man or woman. You can do anything. You can make anything. But the problem is that always you are asking for some help. Why? Who will help? You alone can help you. None else. None else. Here in this book, you will find, I will not show the exact passage. I have read this book at least 1,000 times in my life. At least. I am reading this book from my early days. There, one thing is written, which was actually from Vivekananda's lecture, that India is our mother. You know, we have 7 mothers. We have our biological mother. We have our feeding mother. We have our mother who gave birth, Adri mother. River is our mother. Likewise, the land where from our crops come for as our food is also mother. And India is our mother. And we become to discover that as the organists think the mother India is dead, it is not true. In his language he told that প্রাণটা ভক করছে শুধু ছাই চাপা পড়ে আছে মাত্র। Remove the ashes, she will wake up. have many vices. Many vices. He told, what is most important is that we hate each other. We hate each other. We Indians are segregated. Here are Brahmins, here are Kshatriyas, here are Thakurs, here are Dalits, here are Keralians, here are Tamils. We always think in that way. We hardly think about that we are Indians. If you go abroad, there you will find that there is unity among the Indians. But here, we are always placing our other identities before our Indian identity. That's why they are like that. Swamiji first brought this out. He told that you feel proud that you are Indian, but we are not doing that. We do not feel that we are Indians. Proud? No. Our country is very poor country and we are not having such and such things. Okay, then can you change your parents? Can you change your biological parents? No, we cannot. So Vivekananda told that the river has come thousands of miles. Suppose take Ganga river. It has come more than 2,000 kilometers from its starting point, that is Go. Can you reverse the flow? No. If you try, it will spread out and land will be destroyed. So, we have to acknowledge that India is our mother. We cannot change our mother. But the irony is that in most cases, when one is educated, he or she wants to change mother and goes abroad. Initially, try to get what card, green or silver or I don't know, some card they get, and later after 12, 13 years, they become citizen of that country and take all steps to forget Indian origin. That happens. They do not talk their mother tongue in houses, and so that their children learn their mother tongue. So this happens. Learned people, specialized in science and social sciences even, they are not loving our country. They are not contributing our country. They are rather taking everything from our country. should not be only seeking help from others. We should build ourselves, develop ourselves in such a way so that we can contribute something to the family, to the society, to the nation, and to the world at large. So, I do not know what is your vision about 2047. I do not know that. I shall listen later. But, and I am not going to share my vision also because that is far away and I am a pretty old person. But as this comes a dialogue, we must listen to the dialogue from your end. It is not a dialogue between an old person to a young person. The dialogue is regarding India's PANCH PRAN, a youth dialogue. And these PANCH PRAN are not the pranas of human body. As I told you, prana, PANCH, SAMVAD, etc. What are these? There must be a clear goal. Unless you have a clear goal, you cannot progress. Do you know what is smart? Smart, you have how many letters? S stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for attainable. R for reasonable. And T for what? The target. So, we must have a vision which can be reasonable as well, can be attainable also. You make some vision which is not attainable. Sometimes I ask in classes, what is your ambition? They are the students of BA class. Their ambition, they are writing from their memory that he or she is going to be a doctor. Such is our habit. That when he or she was in class 8 or 9, then he or she memorized one paragraph that I wish to be a doctor. So, in the BA class, general class, what is your ambition? They write. No, you must have a clear ambition which is attainable and measurable. What measurable? You can have a action plan, and after 6 months or 1 year or 5 years, you can measure how much you have progressed. Otherwise, so as India is our mother, not in the biological sense of the term, though there are socio-political theories like organism or organic theory. In that sense, India has prana. And here, in this SAMVAD, they have prescribed that the government of India has prescribed that 5 items. One is goal of developing. What India as a developed country will do? You know, our vision about the developed country is that where all the amenities are easily available, and as a nation, they are warring nations. They have stockpiled tremendous amount of armaments. There is a technical term in bureaucracy that deterrence. That is, anyhow we should avoid conflict, but we should live on the heap of some firearms or even the nuclear weapons. That is our reality about the go through the environmental studies, there you will find some herbal view, especially of Ramachandra Guru. He says that unless waste, especially the developed countries who enjoy almost 80% of the earth's resources, there cannot be any change in the deteriorating scenario of environment. Most of the people live in Asia and Africa, some in South America, but their share in enjoyment or consumption is very little. But waste is reluctant, but that money is looted actually from Africa and Asia and other countries. But they are reluctant to minimize their consumption. They are so absorbed in consuming. And as a nation, they have to do diplomacy in such a way that they can control other countries and maintain the consumerist lifetime of their citizens. Shall India have such an idea of developing India? Vivekananda said, now, we were one time developed. In the time of Lord Buddha Mahavira, we never said armies outside. We never said. We never tried to conquer any land because that is our duty. We tried to conquer the hearts of people, and that's why, though Buddhism is almost extinct from India, we find Buddhism still flourishing in eastern part of Asia, in China, and many other countries. Because our vision was not to conquer land and kill people. Our vision was to conquer the heart and change the mindset. So, the goal of developed India should be to change the mindset of the world into what? If you go through the issue Upanishad. So, we are, nowadays the policy of the West is that always quarreling with the neighbor nations, neighboring people, and there must be competition. What is competition? That I shall be richer, bigger, fairer, in all ways I will be in superlative degree. Now, keeping all others behind me, that should not be the goal. This is my view, of course, that the different thing may be in the minds of the people in the government. But my view is that, as Vivekananda told, that if world is to, this green earth is to survive, if human beings are to survive, then we must have, that economics that is there, sustainable development. That is, the development which can be sustained. Today you are very rich and tomorrow you are not having anything. That should not be the view. You know D? Do you know D? D-I-N-K? Nobody knows. There is an idea in the West that is called D. Double income, no key. the yoga is being used for that silly purpose also. That is very sad. And so, first is the vision. That is how developed India will be. Vivekananda in all his lectures told that brighter days are ahead. In ancient times, we were great, but the greater glory is waiting for us. Maybe long before 2047, if all of you are dedicated and active. Okay. So, remove any stage of slavery and colonial mindset. This is very important. We have a conception that maa baap sarkar, everything will be done by government. This dialogue I heard from Manmohan Singh. He told that this conception has done all the wrong things and attitudes in Indian people. No. What is sarkar? We elect our government. So we also have the responsibility so that enough revenue is generated. We should be entrepreneurs as well. Not only beggars. We should be entrepreneurs as well. And we must engage others. We must have surplus money so that we can help others. Okay? So, that type of attitude must go. Nowadays, many young people of high intellect are organizing new initiatives, and those are sometimes called startups. And in our course, youth development, we also encourage entrepreneurship and startups. And regarding that course, you can have in the college website. If you want to join, if you seats are vacant, you can join. Okay. Colonial mindset. What is? You know, India was a colony of the British for a long time. And we were taught through all means, including education, that we are not what the human beings. Rather, we are not civilized. Whatever civilization, what we call, is in the West. So, our mindset was that if we have to be civilized, we shall have to wear the dress of the West. We shall have to as I am speaking in English, just imitating the British. Onward the imitation. Wearing this dress, except this one, is the dress of colonial mindset. Even my shoes, everything is colonial mindset. We have to shun this. We must have to shun this. If you go in southern part of India, you will find that only one boy is here who is putting some mark which is perhaps symbolizes religious affiliation. Sometimes in this way, sometimes this way, sometimes like blue, sometimes like white. There are many. One can identify easily how one should be saluted in public. I say Dhanyavad, then someone will call me Kotta. This is a derogatory term for the Hindi speaking. That should not be. Dhanyavad is also a Sanskrit term which is understood all over India. And most of the languages starting from Iran to Burma have originated from Sanskrit. And southern Indian languages are also, many words are from Sanskrit. But they have their own scripts, Tamil origin script, and that is not our concern. So, we have to shun our colonial mindset. Okay? Then third is, I think you are feeling bored, so I will skip many things. Take pride in our heritage and legacy. What is heritage? Heritage is ঐতিহ্য. And legacy means uttoradhikar. What we can have legally. As you were born out of Indian parents, your legacy is that you can be natural citizen of India. Okay? You did not apply to be Indian. That is legacy. I started my speech with a Sanskrit shloka, that is our heritage. But whatever is old is not heritage. There is a distinction between Auditorium and ঐতিহ্য. There are many things we should not be followed. For example, burning the widow in the funeral pyre of dead husband. It was our convention for a long time. Should we bring back that? Some are trying now. That is our heritage. Now, those are not heritage. Those are Auditorium. Those make ourselves see some guardians like that. Their children should speak. They should not disturb them. Likewise, some people in society, bad leaders, think that their followers should not be dynamic. Unless they order, they do not utter even a single word, they do not move even a single step. So, that is called Auditorium. That is without movement from the present state. If you do not move as a person or as a nation, the nations around you, people around you will not stop. They will go ahead. And sometimes you will find that as an individual and as a nation, you are far, far behind others. So, you have to move with all your energy. If you can move, you move. If you can walk, walk. If you can run, run. But depending on your own capacity. You should not do what is impossible for you. Do you know one boy was 6-year-old and he used to run through a forest every day. And one big coach of marathon, his name was Hooghly. I remember, he was from Odisha and started to train him, and within a few days that boy died. This is a very sad story. So, one teacher, one leader must understand the capacity of the students and followers. Otherwise, they are should make that good better. We must try to make good better. But we should not stay stagnant. We must move and encourage others also to move. Okay? I have just in a brief, I will give all of you my email ID. If you have anything to ask, you can ask me. But not call me, because I get thousands of mail every day. And I try to have some helpers, some friends, some students who can ask me. The second, all the questions are almost same. So they help me to answer. Okay. So now I come to the fourth point. I have covered already three. That is unity and solidarity. Unity is what we must learn to work as a unit. Always we are quarreling. This is my opinion, that's frustrated. We are not searching for the collective wisdom. But democracy says that we must have collective wisdom and we should be united to follow that. Once the policy is decided, our task is to implement that. Okay? So, this unity is needed. What is unity? So, there is one verse in the Rigveda, Swangachadvam Samvadadvam Swambo Manamsya. Walk together, talk together, and act with one mind. This is required in any democracy. But every time we are always thinking about our party, about our area, about our region, about our panchayat, about our municipality, but no more that nowadays leaders are teaching us to be selfish and to think of ourselves. They are thinking in that way and they are making traps so that we also become selfish. So, if the nation is full of selfish people, then there cannot be any unity. There can be unity of sacrifices, but there cannot be any unity of selfish people. So, we must learn to sacrifice at least something, as I told you, that is, we must learn to sacrifice. Okay, so, and what is solidarity? Why these two terms are used? Unity can be momentum. You see, someone is beating someone and calling him thief. Nowadays, every day you will see some people are beaten, lynched to death by some people. As he visited that place unescorted, and that place was given to him or her, beaten. So, they didn't have any plan earlier, but their killer instinct was somehow roused by some leader of great talent, and they killed that innocent person. That type of unity is not required. Destructive unity. In many places we see such destructive unity, momentary unity, and then the discourse. Police cannot catch them. What do you want? Do you want solidarity? Solidarity means solid, you know? Do you know solid? Liquid? Gaseous? What is solid? If you mix some solid particles in liquid, what will happen? That will consolidate in the bottom. Okay? So, likewise, we must have some spirit, some stream connecting all the people in India. We must have a sense of solidarity. এই আমি বলছি করে লেকচার দিচ্ছি, হতে পারে আমি নিয়ে নেবো কেন, আমি ওই চিঠিটা তাকে দিয়ে পড়ি। ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ। আমি তো ডায়েরিটা দেখে বলবো ভেবেছিলাম, ডায়েরি তোর কাছে ফেলে এসেছি, এখন আমাকে এই স্টেপ বলতে হবে। যাকে রেখে দিয়ে ডায়েরি রাখছি, আমি পরে নিয়ে নেবো ডায়েরি। Anyhow, so solidarity means that we must have something solid, some ideal which must be common among all of us, among all the citizens of India. Otherwise, our democracy will not survive. Okay? We are not born to be weak, not to whip others. We must know that we are unique and there is unity among us. That message must percolate. I think now our senior official from Youth Affairs, Ministry of Youth Affairs has come. I dare not talk much now. I am going to the last point, that is the sense of unity among citizens. I think from very class 1 or maybe kindergarten classes, you are having books, textbooks specially printed, while in the beginning pages, you will see the duties of citizens are there. Have you ever read those? No. These are as if like the statutory warning on the cigarette pack that smoking is dangerous for health or something like that. Likewise, this is also statutory warning to the publishers that if you publish any textbook, you have to publish this in the starting page, the duties of Indian citizens from the Constitution. But the irony is that no teacher asks students to read those, not all. Most of the students never feel any interest in reading those duties. That is very sad. So, if you read those duties, then at least give 1 minute time every day. There are persons from history, political science and others. So, if you give 1 minute time every day to think how much, to what degree you are following those duties as prescribed in the Constitution. We are always very vocal about our rights, and Constitution has prescribed many rights, fundamental rights, legal rights, children's rights, women's rights. There are several rights. There are always there are thousands of workshops and seminars on rights, but nobody speaks about them. But right originates from the performance of the If nobody not written here. Okay. Prabhakar Bhattacharya. P-R-A-B-H-A-K-A-R. B-H-A-T-T-A-C-H-A-R-W-I. Prabhakar Bhattacharya @gmail.com. There is no space between my first name and surname. If you have failed to note it, but interested in noting it, please contact Ronan Babu. He will help you. So, I am just telling you a few words to conclude this speech or address or whatever you call it. That is, there is a Sanskrit sloka like this, which I will conclude. Sarvatra Vijayamiche Putra Shishya Paraya. Everywhere you should expect victory, but in two places you should not. Where are the places? That is from your son or daughter or from your disciple. So, my expectation is that though they are allocated only 3 minutes time, but in speed, my daughters and sons who are my students here, their speeches will encourage us more. With this expectation, I like to conclude this with the Shanti Sloka. Sarve Jiva Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramalam Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Na Pashyantu Dukhabhave Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
And the says, goes to